them as instructed. Okay. Welcome in on Tube. I was coerced into going live on Tube because I'm live on Talk. So if you're just popping into this, I've been live on Tube for like an hour and 45 minutes already. But we're having a good conversation. So let's catch you all up and fill everybody in. I got to move this so you can see me a little bit better because there's crap all over my table. I got it. We're good. We're good. I got it. Okay. Live on Talk, live on Tube. We're going. Muddy Taz or Cast Taz, pick your battles. You're not wrong. That's hilarious. All right, look, we already got a couple people over on Tube. So if you don't know, we are working on getting watch hours up on Tube. Watching the live on Tube actually helps with that. So if you if you'd like, you're more than welcome to pop over to Tube to help me get those watch hours up. All right, let's start going back over all this stuff again. Let's see where we're at. So we're discussing Harvey and his training and the cost of it and what he's going into training for and what he's going to do down there and how this year is going to look for him. So I dropped him off at training on Saturday. He's officially in training. He is in training to learn about manners and respect in classes at horse shows. So he's learning groundwork. He's going to learn how to be lunged on a lunge line. He is going to learn how to stand and set up for halter classes. He's going to learn a little bit of showmanship later on in the year. He'll learn in-hand trail, hunter in hand. All of these classes are done in hand with a halter and a lead rope on the face. No saddle work. There's no under saddle stuff. He's way too young to start saddle stuff. But you have to do the groundwork to build the foundation to get him up to the saddle stuff. The more things you do on the ground, the better under saddle the horse is going to be. I'm a big believer in that. If you have a problem in the saddle, you have to go back to the ground. If you can't get it done under saddle, you have to go back to the ground. So my horses have, I did the groundwork with Ember. I did the groundwork with Taz. Ember, I did groundwork and I broke her out under saddle under the guidance of a trainer. So she had her own trainer. He just passed away back in December, and I miss him very, very much. And so with Taz, I did the groundwork myself and under a little bit of his guidance as well, that man. But he had, told me that he was starting to get out of it. He was looking to retire, and he was definitely not a young spring chicken anymore, but he was truly an important person and a real asset in my life. And I'm very thankful of all the knowledge. And, when I look at Ember, I think of like how she's my piece of him. So he's still with me because I have her. Hi, Jenny. I'm busy as ever, as always. And then with Taz, I did all the groundwork myself. I had reached out to him a few times for a little bit of guidance, but I did all the groundwork myself. And then I sent him to a trainer for his under saddle training. Now with Harvey, I have chosen to send him to a trainer to get all of his groundwork done as a yearling. I've never done that before. I've always done the groundwork myself. Thank you, Jenny. I miss him, but he's still here. So, but I've never sent a horse off to get groundwork done by a professional before. I've decided to do that with Harvey. So he is at a trainer. I have not named who the trainer is. I'm keeping that quiet. And just to myself, out of protection for myself, peace of mind for me, and for the trainers, for the facility that he's at, just because not everybody watching has good intentions. Some people just have ill intent, and I want to make sure he is safe where he's at, and I want to make sure that the facility is safe, because there's a lot of very big, beautiful, expensive horses there that I would never be able to dream of affording, and I want to make sure they're all safe. So I have not told anybody where he's at. The other question I get asked a lot is, why didn't he go to the same trainer that Taz went to? Well, Harvey's going into training a year sooner, and he's going to training for different things. I did Taz's groundwork myself, and I have decided to send him away for groundwork training. That doesn't mean where Taz isn't good at ground training. I just wanted to go somewhere else. Ember had her trainer. Taz had his trainer. Harvey has his trainer. It's a business decision. So, but I do get asked that like a lot. Like, I don't know why. And it's just a business decision. So that's why Harvey has his own trainer. So the goal with Harvey is to get him to the world show. He is learning how to do all of these things to prepare him for these shows. The trainers that he went to, they do the Black Hawk Appaloosa, and they also do the Michigan Appaloosa circuits. So a lot of classes, like a lot of shows. No, Mel, I don't. I still have contact with her if I did, but I haven't reached out to her with any questions on anything, to be honest. She did the question was, do I talk to Sally at all, who was Taz's trainer? I mean, we've had conversations about stuff, but I haven't talked to her in few months. She just had a baby born. I just popped in on her live the other day. She had a little baby horsey born. Bella had her baby. So I'm sure there's full videos over at her page if you go check it out. But she did a good job getting those fundamentals under saddle put on Taz. So it's actually really, really simple to get him in frame and like remind him of stuff. Do Michigan shows have all breed classes? They do. And actually, I have the Michigan Spring Show bill right in front of me. And at this show, so the Michigan Spring Show, which will take place May 8th through the 10th at the MSU Pavilion in Lansing, it is a buckskin, miniature, and Appaloosa show combined. So they have miniature classes for mini horses. They have buckskin, so buckskin classes, which no, Taz cannot show in because he is not a registered buckskin. He is a registered Appaloosa. Buckskin will not recognize him because he has white on him. So, oh, that's okay, Jenny. You have a good day. I should say good night. It's dinner time. So they do have all breed classes. Now, so the plan is definitely to take, like, Harvey will go to this one and I'll attend this one with Harvey. That one is in May. But before that, and what we were talking about when I'd started this live was, so the first show that Harvey's going to go to is going to be Get Spotted. Get Spotted is down at Seabar C in Cloverdale, Indiana. I will not be attending that show with him. He's going to go with his trainers. So he's going to go by himself for that one. I'm not going to go with him. I would love to pop over, like to go down and like hang out for the weekend and stuff, but it's like a 10-hour drive one way for me. So that's not going to happen. Oh yeah, absolutely. Check out, dinner time means closer to bedtime. Yeah, I know. I don't know why I say have a good day. Like have a good night. I guess for me, like it's 1:30 in the afternoon for me here. So I just feel like I have all this time left in the day. And it's so weird that and it's amazing that I have these people from literally across the globe. Like you guys are on the other side of the world, like it's so cool. I love it like so much. But anyway, so I will not go to Get Spotted with Harvey. His trainers will take him. So we were talking about the fees. So their fee starts at $900 and then it goes up from there for anything that they add on. So if he's on any special supplements or minerals or anything, correct, Felix, no Appy spots or blanket can be registered buckskin. Buckskin will not, if the horse has white on them, excessive white, they will not registered Appaloosa. It's much like quarter horse. So AQHA, they have to be quarter horse. They cannot accept anything that's an Appaloosa. That's why Harvey can't be registered AQHA. And but like on the flip side, Appaloosa will accept a quarter horse line. So it really, not even solid Appies, Felix. But Pinto, so I could register Harvey, Taz, and Ember all under Pinto. Each breed registry has their own rules. I think there's a rule that I could hardship register Taz as a buckskin, and it would cost me like $275. I just didn't think it was worth it. It's going to be hard enough for me to afford the Appaloosa circuit with Harvey. I can't afford anything else like at the moment. Maybe when he's older, but right now, no. Oh my God. Like I said, if you see me waiting tables on the weekend or you see pictures of my Tootsies somewhere, no, you didn't. Mind your business. Lil's right. You can register anything under Pinto. I've been told that they are a very fun group to show with. I've never showed Pinto though. My horses aren't registered Pinto. maybe in the future. But so for Harvey to go to Get Spotted, my trainers will charge me a hauling fee. So they're going to charge me a fee to haul him down there. They're much closer than I am. That's for dang sure. It's like in their backyard. And then the stall is $100. That comes with 3 bags of shavings. And then any additional shavings is $9 a bag. We typically don't do anything less than 5 or 6 bags of shavings per stall. Now, as of right now, there are no intentions on him being shown down there. If they decide to throw him into a class, that's going to be their directive. If they want to do that, absolutely have a good time. Like, I hope they enjoy it. So that'll be up to them. Camping a night at Get Spotted is $40 a night. I don't know if I have to pay a portion of that. I may. Yeah, showing Taz hoof picks. So Harvey's like, speaking of like hoof picks and stuff, I have a bucket full of Taz's and Ember shoes, and I would really love to do something that is like, like picture frames with them and sell them as a fundraiser. My merch store is up and rolling. If you want to check that out, there's some stuff in there. And then I have Taz's mane. So we've cut Taz's mane 2 times, and I have all of the hair from when we cut it both times. So I would really like to do like resin magnets and like put his hair in, like do little braids or something and put his hair in with like a flower or something and sell them as fundraisers to help pay for this stuff. And then Harvey's mane is like this long right now. And when I dropped him off, the trainers did say like, hey, are we going to cut that? And I was like, oh yeah, we're going to cut it. But we are going to wait to cut his mane until the May show. So that way it gets a couple more months of growing onto it. Maybe it'll get just like a smidge longer. And then we're going to band it and we're going to cut it. And I told them, I was like, we have to save his mane though, because that way I have it to do crafty stuff with, to like sell as fundraisers. Because all this stuff is expensive. Like I said, I'm probably going to start waitressing on the weekends or in the evenings. And I want to tell you guys how you're helping. You're helping by watching. You're helping by tapping the screen and liking on the talk. You're helping by leaving comments and being engaged on Tube and on talk. But just by being here, it is never necessary for you to ever send me funds. I'm never going to ask for you to send me funds. It is never necessary for you to hit the gift goals up here on talk. It's, you don't have to subscribe to anything. If you do send me gifts, if you do subscribe on any of my channels, or if you do send me funds privately to help me pay for stuff, just know it is beyond appreciated. I could never thank you enough for that. And my whole intent with all of that is to just give back, to show appreciation, because it's that type of support is irreplaceable. It's never necessary. If you ever go onto my wish list and you send me something to help with the horses, it's beyond appreciated. It is never necessary. Okay. Is training more so paying for the training rather than the boarding? Yes. And so you are paying for their time to work with the horse, to spend time with the horse. So while Harvey's down at training, they have an indoor arena, they have outdoor turnout. He's with a ton of other horses, so he gets exposure to all that stuff. He's going to be hauled. He's going to be clipped. He's going to be banded. He's going to be have the hair on his legs like trimmed up and stuff. Yeah, that's true, Felix. Felix thinks I should mention subscribing on the Tube is completely free. If you follow the channel on Tube, it doesn't cost you anything. So you're just subscribing to like get notifications about the page and stuff when I post a new video on Tube. So if you're not following on Tube already, go follow. That doesn't cost you anything to click the subscribe button on Tube. If you subscribe on TikTok, that does give you access to special videos of mine. I have it as low as TikTok will allow me to set it, and it's like $2.99 a month. So if you're a subscriber on TikTok, you are directly helping me pay for this stuff that I do with my horses. Anything I earn on any of these channels goes right back into the horses. That's hilarious, Angela, and I love that. Angela says, my goat is currently watching you on the Tube. That's hilarious. I love that so much. I'm here. Might as well. Thank you, Lane. Oh, man. I do think the terminology is confusing between all the channels, though, because you have to follow on Talk, subscribe on Tube. What is it? Is it follow on the book? I think it's follow on the book. Also, for those of you that are here too, the book has a bunch of older content on. Let's go watch it. Like some of the stuff is like really funny. The comments are hilarious too. Hi, Bree. I'm doing good. We're just going over stuff, just talking about stuff. I believe on Talk they can get a 10% discount on the subscription if they choose to auto renew. Oh, didn't know that. Maybe. But that makes me nervous though, because a lot of people got screwed out of their funds because they auto renewed the subscription for me. And then TikTok changed things and they lost the subscription. Like they had paid for it, but they lost it. They didn't have access to it anymore. So maybe don't auto renew, to be completely honest. Like if you want to, that's awesome. I love that. But I can't do anything about it if they screw you out of your funds. Like I have no way of like refunding it or canceling the transaction or anything like that. That's all taken care of on tax side. So just be careful with that one. Yeah, the book has hilarious comments though. They're definitely funny. And honestly, like I've been told to raise my subscription price on Talk, but I don't want to. I really don't want to be honest. Oh, okay, Felix, that's good. Felix says, after I solved the issue with the super van thingy and then resubscribed him on auto renew and everything is fine. Okay, that's good. Yeah, and I have a lot of people listed as super fans too. And I don't know if they're getting charged like a super fan fee or not. So if you're listed as a super fan, make sure you check that out. Because if you don't want to be, it's okay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But so anyway, so just to get him down to the Get Spotted show, it's going to cost $200 minimum. That'll be on top of his monthly fee of the 900. Now when he goes down to that one, he's going to stay for 2 weeks. And then the Freedom special is right after that. So that show is also, there's an office charge of $15 a horse. Stalls are $100, so he'll have $100 for a stall. 3 bags of shavings with each one, and then $9 a bag after that. No outside shavings permitted. Okay, so for him to go down for that 2 weeks will cost me bare minimum $400 additional on top of his $900 fee. Let's see. This is Freedom. This is the Get Spotted. Okay. And then the Michigan Appy Show, that's the first one I will attend with him. So that one is May 8th through the 10th at MSU in Michigan here. I will show him at that one. I don't know why they don't want outside shavings, and it's obviously like a facility thing. So I don't, yeah. It could be like maybe they just don't want outside stuff coming in that they don't know where it's from, in case it's bringing any bacteria in with it. It could just be that they're supporting whoever the supplier is for the facility. So it might just be like maybe they have a deal or a contract with a facility that creates shavings. So that's who you have to use. I will say I am not a fan. I have yet to find a facility that I love the shavings. Oh gosh, honestly, Britt, like $9 a bag isn't bad because at MSU it's $12 a bag, which is crazy. Oh, good, Tracy. I hope you liked it. I wanted to share more about him getting dropped off and stuff, but by the time we got there, it was getting late. Like it was borderline dark and stuff. So Britt, I do the same thing. So Britt on Talk says, I'm cheap. I go to TSC. $15 a bag, do I? Oh my God. That's crazy. I have yet to find a facility that I like the shavings at because they have the big, thick shavings that are like, swear, like the size of your hand. They're not actually that big, but they're huge. And they're terrible to like sift manure through a pitchfork in. Like they're horrible. I don't like them. I can't stand them. So I either go to Tractor Supply or Family Farm and Home and I get the sawdust, or if there's one nearby at the event, like I'll take it with me in the trailer and then I just unload it out of the trailer. Or if I go to a facility that has a nearby store, like not too far away, I'll go to the store and I'll just buy it and then I'll bring it back. But I do not like buying the shavings. That's one really nice thing about showing at MSU and Lansing, honestly, is that you don't like you can bring your own in from home. And yeah, cross contamination. I think that's kind of what it is, Reagan, too. Yep, I get a shredded sawdust that's not dusty and bring it in. I love the sawdust, the stuff that's like powder, because you literally scoop it up with a fork, you pick up the manure, and it just falls out. You don't have to shake it, you don't have to toss it, you don't have to break the manure up or nothing. So I'm more than happy to go to like Tractor Supply and get the sawdust, put it in my trailer, and haul it there with me. Because I don't have any now, like we got rid of our stall mats that I had because they were so chewed up. But I would like to get stall mats for the horses. For this year, I would like to just have it for Harvey, just get him through. But anyway, then I only need like 3 or 4 bags. That's it. I don't need like a ton. Oh, that makes sense too. So for horses who have pellets, so wood pellets are actually another really good thing if you do it correctly. So if you buy a bag of the wood pellets, the little compacted wood pellets, crack a hole in the top of the bag, stick a water hose in it, and fill that thing up with water. All those pellets are going to absorb the water. And you may think, Annie, that doesn't make any sense. No, it does. Trust me. That's what you need to do with them. You need to crack open the top of the bag, stick a hose in it, and fill it up with water and let all those pellets absorb, and they're going to expand and they're going to break into like that powder. And then you bust it open and it's just poof. Those pellets are amazing if you do them right. I don't know how to put risky in my name. You probably just have to change it, Reagan, under your profile. That would make sense. Like I'm sure it's somewhere under your profile, like your settings. But wood pellets are another good option if you don't have access to like a sawdust. I haven't used them a whole lot. So whenever the stalls here at home get kind of wet, like in the winter, I bought them. Because Ember, for some reason, she comes into the stall to pee. She will not pee outside. Like if you see her peeing outside, you kind of got to check her temperature. Like, is she feeling okay? She walks in, she will be in the back of the pasture and she will walk up all the way up, go into the stall and pee, and then walk back out all the way out to the pasture. She's weird. Taz also gets shy peeing out in the open and in public. Taz has to either be walked onto the trailer if we're at a day show or be placed into a stall in between classes so he can pee. He's a weirdo. But so in the winter, the barn starts to get that ammonia smell. I'll buy wood pellets and I'll get stall dry. Stall dry is like kitty litter for horses. I made a video for them a couple of years ago. And I truly love the product. I really do. And if you take stall dry and you take those wood pellets and you sprinkle it on the bottom underneath the sawdust, it just helps absorb all that smell, that ammonia smell, and absorb the extra moisture left behind. Because my stalls in the barn they're not rubber matting like on the bottom. They're dirt. They're dirt floors. So yeah, they won't pee in the pen. Do you remember that video, Ange? Ange says that was a couple years ago, feels like months. I can't necessarily say if I've tried cedar or not, Elise, to be honest. But yeah, I made that video for Stall Dry a couple years ago because Taz was down in training when I did that video, and he has been home. He's been home since last June. Taz has been home for almost a year. Like, that was years ago. Guys, I've been doing TikTok for 5 years because when I started posting, Ember was pregnant with Taz. That was when I started posting videos. If you go onto my TikTok page and you start scrolling, you can go all the way back to the beginning. Hi, Ash. You can go all the way back to the beginning before Taz was even born, when Ember was pregnant. And so I get crap sometimes about that I don't have like a fancy facility, that my stalls aren't like beautiful and I don't have like a cement floor and whatever. Somebody was coming at me on the book about, so there's a video, I had Ember in cross ties and Taz was reaching over trying to bite her. And there's a few people that are like, why would you tie a horse where it can get bit and blah 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 blah. And like the one I responded, I was like, because I don't have a $200 facility. Sorry. Like Taz is just a pest. He wasn't doing it to be malicious. He's just Taz. Like whatever. But anyway, the comments are funny. So I was getting crap about, whatever. But if you go all the way back to the beginning before Taz was born and you see what that barn looked like, what the pens were like before Taz was born, and then you see where I'm at now. Every year we've made changes and we've improved it and we've made it better and we've done the work, and all things in time when the money is available. It's the same thing with this fence. This fence is my next big thing that I want to do. It's going to take time and it's going to take money. Unfortunately, it's coming like the year that I want to do it is also the year I have all these plans with Harvey. Again, if you see me selling pictures, don't say nothing. Or you see me waiting tables, you just mind your business. Mind your business. I agree, Ange. I know, Lil. Some of the horse influencers that we see, I want to say this very politely. They're a bit out of touch with the average horse owner. Not everybody can afford a $10,000 saddle. Not everybody can afford a $120,000 trailer. They're putting bits in horses' mouths that are a car payment. They buy shirts that are, cheap at $2,500. And that's not me. I am struggling for absolutely every penny to pay for this stuff. My following has I'm so humbled by the amount of assistance I've received from my following in terms of anytime you guys go on the wish list, you showing up here and watching the lives and being here for me and supporting me on this. You have no idea what you guys all mean to me. Not a clue. And I wish I could make a video that says thank you and I could put it out there that every single one of my following got to see it so they knew how grateful I was and how fortunate I felt. There's a lot of things that I wouldn't have if it wasn't for my following. So many things. And I feel stupid for doing this with Harvey this year. Are you able to do the showcase thing? Yes, Ange. So, oh my gosh, we are just under 60K. Steph, look at you go. The likes on TikTok are like flying. So I just created an account to become, I have to be careful when I say this because TikTok will give me a warning. Oh gosh, Mel. Yeah, I could sit and just bawl. It's expensive, Brie. It's just really expensive. So Brianna says, why do you feel stupid for doing this with Harvey? It's expensive and it's a hobby. And I get a lot of, I'm pulling on my fingers now. That's an anxiety thing. Just so if you ever see me pulling on my fingers, that's an anxiety thing. That means there's thoughts coming in my brain. So, I get told that it's stupid. I get told that I need to pay for my own stuff. I get told that maybe I should take care of my children. I get told that I need to work. I need to get, I get told go get a job. There's a lot of not nice things that are said to me because of what I want to do. And then on the flip side, okay, there's this other side where people have told me I don't have enough money. You don't have enough money to do this, Annie. I get told I'm not willing to help you if you can't afford to do this, this, and this. Or, I've been told that I can't play in the big leagues, so I shouldn't be a part of it at all. And that if I couldn't afford a certain saddle and wear a certain brand of shirt, a certain designer in the horse show world that I didn't have a place at the table kind of thing. And I'll be here, Ash, for a little bit longer. I don't understand that. I think we should be inclusive and we should be welcoming to people at any stage in this game. And do you know what brings you joy? Yeah. My kids, my horses, being able to do this stuff. Trying brings me joy, because I used to get so like beat up mentally and like figuratively slapped in the face because I didn't have enough money, right? And yeah. And unfortunately, Felix says, like people on social media they feel like they're entitled to bash people. And unfortunately, it's people in my life that have told me this stuff to my face, told me that I was never going to go anywhere and the horses were never going to amount to anything, and that I should just sell the horses, and that I didn't know what I was doing, and whatever. Thank you, Foxy. Foxy says, keep with it, lady. Yeah, Candace, kinda. Just like, how much it costs and how tough it is and whatever. Yes, I completely agree, Mel. So Mel says, as someone who had her life change in a moment, do whatever makes you happy. Absolutely. I completely agree. If you're not doing what makes you happy, like, yeah, I'm struggling. We're all struggling with something. It's, I don't sit here and beg for people to send me stuff. I have people ask me, how can we help you? And then I've provided those avenues if they want to, but it is never necessary. Please don't ever think it's necessary. No, it's not. I do my best to share the honest truth about it, what it costs to do, what I'm doing to pay for it, and like, oh gosh. Have you ever fell back on what the horses have made to help a different aspect of your life? Yeah. Unfortunately, there are a lot of times. So how this works with the social media part of it. Anything I earn on social media goes right back into the horses. It goes into the horses. And there are times where the income that the horses earned through a social media avenue, not out of what people have sent me. If they've sent me something privately, that stays for its intended use. But there are times where like income that I've earned on a social media avenue has paid for my groceries because our checkbook was negative. And that sucks. I do my best to keep all of the funds that the horses have earned to go back into the horses. My horses never go without. They're always spoiled rotten. They are always vetted to the highest extent ever necessary. They're farrier. They do not miss a farrier appointment. I was once told that no matter where you are, a little girl wants and looks up to you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember being a kid and going to the fair and seeing these kids with their horses at the fair. And I wanted to do that so bad, just to go to the fair. I didn't have horses that could go to the fair. I didn't have horses that could compete in 4-H classes. And now I get to do this over in a way, because all of my hard work and my determination and all the nights of waiting tables and doing lives and editing videos and putting myself out there and doing cameos and stuff, all of the things that I've done, my daughters now have Taz and Ember. Jalene's got Ember, Natalie's got Taz. They can throw their saddles on and they can go. I never got to do that. I didn't get to do that. Harvey is my turn. And I say that now 150% knowing it's not true. Because as soon as he gets old enough, they're going to take him too. They're going to fight over him. So Harvey is mine while he's doing all the baby things and learning all the baby things. And then as soon as he's old enough and talented enough to be stolen, the girls are going to take him from me. Yeah. Then I take Ember back. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Well, and at some point, the girls are all going to leave for college. Jolene will leave. Natalie will leave. And then it'll be me and my 3 horses. And then I'll be able to do whatever I want with all 3 of them. And that's going to be so boring. You know? Because probably at that point, I'm probably going to be like soliciting people to come with me to shows. Hey, come hang out with me. I'm going to be bored. Come, you want to come hang out? Like, I'll be like inviting my friends, like, you want to come stay in Bertha with me? And we'll show my horses. I'll probably find like, honestly, Angela says, will Ember be retired when the girls are old enough to go to college? So Ember's 10 this year. Jolene has got 4 or 5 more years left. Exactly, Angela. I have a niece. I have 2 nieces. I don't know if Jolene will take a horse with her to college or not. We'll see how all that goes. But either Jolene is going to take a horse with her, but I don't know, but at that time, Ember is going to be 14, 15. So she'll be nearing the end of her career. So she, and you can still show them beyond that, but she would be a really good age for my nieces to show with. So maybe at that time, maybe Ember will become like my niece's show horse, and then Taz will be right behind that. So maybe Taz will become, that too. We'll see. But yeah. Oh, really, Lil? Ooh, I wonder what happened there. Lil says the AQHA CEO was just fired. I don't have anything to do with the AQHA, so I don't keep up on it. I know the Appaloosa circuit is struggling. Appies are struggling. Like they're not making any money. They're losing money like hand over fist. And yeah. Thank you, Nicole. So yeah, the girls will get to they'll get to use the horses like Taz and Ember they better stick around for their show career. I had some really bad luck with horses for a while there. I've buried a few horses in my life, all for stupid different reasons. Yeah, Harvey will be old enough, and geez, by the time the girls leave for college and stuff and they're all grown up and everything and they move out of my house, I'm going to have 3 fully broke show horses. And it's only me. Pretty much have to pick of the litter, then I could do whatever I want with the 3 of them. So that'll be fun and entertaining, I guess. Oh, you're set to retire and they let him go early. Yeah, with sending, I don't know if we'll send the girls off to college with a horse or not. What I would prefer to do is keep the horses all at home and take care of them under my watch. And then when the girls want to show them, they just come home and they go to a show. At that point, I will not be in Michigan. Come hell or high water, I'm leaving that state. This state. I'm not. I refuse to be in Michigan. I refuse. I will leave. Let's see. It says they are moving forward and want to add. Interesting. Do the girls know where they want to go to college? No. So Natalie really has a knack for cars. She really likes cars, like F1, and so not NASCAR. She really likes like F1 and like classic collectors and stuff. So we'll see what happens with Natalie, what she wants to get into. She's talked about going into welding. Have at it, honey. Like if that's what you want to do, I'm all for it. And then Jolene wants to be a vet. So she's talked about Iowa. She's talked about Texas. She was talking about New York at one point, but now she says New York is out. I don't know why. She's 15. she's got time. She'll figure it out. But she wants to be a vet. And Natalie's 13 this year. She'll be 13 this summer, so she's got a little, even longer time to figure out what she wants to do with her life. But yeah, they'll figure it out. Wisconsin has a good vet program. Ooh, good to know. Yeah, the girls will I know, Ange, I can't either because it seems like yesterday they were just little babies. And now my sister's got 2 kids and I got teenagers and man, I'm getting old. You know, but I was just thinking like with Harvey leaving last weekend, I was looking at Taz and Ember. You know, they're 2 full-size horses. Both can be ridden and they're young. You know, they got so much life left in them and they're such good-minded horses. The girls, I'm so excited for summer because the girls we're just like, it's going to be a beautiful sunny day. Like, I can't wait for it. If it's like 75 degrees out, we're just going to go out, grab the horses and saddle them up and we're just going to take them and go for a ride. You know? Now that stinks because I don't have a horse to ride. They have both of my horses, but it's okay because I didn't have that when I was their age, and I'm glad I get to give it. So it's a full circle. You know, I get to give the thing that I'd never received when I was a kid. And I'm gonna be traveling to shows, working my butt off to try to pay for all this crap. Last year we did a cost analysis in my subscription of what everything had cost to pay for the shows. And give me just a hot second. Ugh, hold on. So that's the paper. That's the May show. What the May show cost me last year. And that is every single person that helped me pay for it. You know, I never forgot. And I won't ever forget of who has helped me do this. Just the same with like building this fence. All of these fence fund comments, which you don't have to have the hashtag on the comment. It's just the engagement. Thank you, Foxy. I can't wait to go to these shows and to do tube videos and show you guys like the day in the life of like what it's like to go to a show. Like we're up at 5 a.m. We're bathing a horse at 6 a.m. Classes start at 8, you know, stuff like that. And to do like vlog videos of us outside riding the horses around, going on trail rides and stuff with them. And gosh, I can't wait for it. The weather's just got to get better so we can do it. Yeah, we're at 75,000 likes on TikTok. Oh my God. That's incredible. You guys are amazing. I can't do this without you guys. I swear. I hope you know it. I hope you know it. Yeah, I don't forget who's helped me. I have my notebooks that I keep all my notes in and I write everything down and all the stuff. It's going to be a good year. I'm really trying to give up control and just let things happen this year and let them happen for the good and stop worrying so much. I'm not going to lie though. When I was printing off all these show bills earlier today, I was looking at them earlier today and I was freaking out. Reagan says, personally speaking, we always want to do better for our kids than what was done for us. Always. Have you guys, have you ever heard the phrase, you know, or like heard the terminology of like, when you get older, you'll understand like why your parents did things, like why your parents, you know, wouldn't let you do stuff or, you know, put certain rules on you or certain actions or whatever. I'm 36 years old and I have 2 teenagers and I understand even less about the absolute shit that the people that call themselves my parents did to me. And just to let you know, if you're a mole and you're watching this, to go back and tell my parents the awful things I'm saying, please go back and tell them. I give zero fucking shits. They're lucky they don't have a lawsuit on their hands. Moving on. I understand even less about the stuff that happened to me when I was younger. I will give my kids every single opportunity that I never got. My kids get kisses and they get hugs and they get told that they're loved. And I'll go broke giving them opportunities I never got. Absolutely go broke.
Jefferson.
My husband was calling me. I'm sorry I did too, Franny. But you know what? My boundaries are placed and they won't be crossed again. Because if they are ever crossed again, my first call is to law enforcement. And there's reports and a record on file now. So if they get near me again, it'll be jail time. Anyway. Speaking of, do I have an update, good or bad? What are you talking about, Ange? Also, I should mention, I do have to end this in like 5 minutes because I have a doctor's appointment for a checkup at 2:30. I think it was 2:30. Oh. Anyway. Oh, court. I have one more court date. So one more. 2 hours. Ooh, I'll send you a screenshot of it, Lane. I'll send you a screenshot. But why don't I wrap this up, guys? Because I do have to get ready for my doctor's appointment. So I'm going to wrap it up. I'll end on tube first. Okay.